Hey guys, Cronus Falls here, and today I am doing an account rework with Doxster here. So Doxster is an in-game account, and he said he has most of his dungeons on farm at level 20, except Spider is not 100%. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Ice Golem, we are doing 20 at 3 minutes 6, very good. Dragon's Lair, we have 20 on farm at 2:18, also very good. Fire Knight, 2:33, very good as well. And then Spider, 3 minutes 20 seconds, not 100%, so we are going to see if we can do anything about that today. The main thing he said he wants help with, though, is his Clan Boss teams. So currently, right now, he said he cannot quite 4-key Ultra Nightmare. He's typically doing, I think he said about 12 million a key, so he wants to bump that up to about 17.5. So we'll see if we can help him out with that today. Let's go ahead. He also said we could take a look at the arena team, but that his current team is doing pretty well. This is his defense. Let's see what he uses for offense. We do not have any tokens right now. Let me see. Does he have 5 here I could grab? He does not. Don't want to grab the 10 since I'm not going to use them right now. So we'll go ahead and check that out a little bit later. But for now, let's go ahead and check out some of the champions he's got. So he has Arbiter already, which is good. She is definitely in his arena team, as we saw. She is running at 268 speed, 2400 defense, and 40k HP. Not bad. A little slow for arena, but that is plenty fine for gold 4 until you get like up to the upper stages. Our Rosin here, he is in lifesteal gear. He is running at 43.8k HP, 3500 defense, which is a little low for Rosin. 183 speed, also a little low for Clan Boss, but not the worst thing in the world, or for Ultra Nightmare anyways. And then 100% crit rate, which is nice, 139 crit damage, and 232 accuracy. That's all good. I have a feeling he's in HP percent something. He is not, but he is in crit rate gloves and no defense boots. So this is a speed team we're going to be running today on Clan Boss. We're probably going to have to just go defense, but we will see. Bad Alcazar here, also in lifesteal, which is interesting. So he's running at 55k HP, 3409 defense, which is not bad. 185 speed, again slow. 313 accuracy, a little high. He is using him in arena, so maybe that's why. And then our Norog here, we've got him in lifesteal gear. He's running 31k HP, 3293 defense, which is a little low, 186 speed. I don't think he's typically part of the Clan Boss team, but I think he does come in sometimes. Our Saris here for arena, she's at 52k HP about, so not bad, 2100 defense, 207 speed. 273 accuracy, so her accuracy is a little bit low. We do probably want to move her into an accuracy chest, see if we can bump up some speed for her. And as some of you might be wondering, 273 speed accuracy is not low for the game content, but it is a little low for arena. So if we really want to push higher in arena, then we can go ahead and rework that. He said he's happy speed farming gold 4, but he would be happier if it was a little easier. So we're definitely going to take a look at that. And then our Padma here, she is in lifesteal, 35k HP, 3151 defense, which is low for her, 175 speed, low. 91% crit rate's good. 111% crit damage is good. 203 debuff accuracy, also good. A little low for Ultra Nightmare, but she's not a mainstay on the team. She typically only comes in, I believe, if the affinity changes. Or actually, I'm not sure if she comes in at all now because he switches between Sepulcher and Tyrell. So let's go ahead and take a look at Lua here. Lua's coming in on his Spider team, and he says he intends to switch her out with Cold Heart here when she comes around. So actually, let's go ahead and take a look. I want to see if we can get Cold Heart working for today. So let's get her ascended here. Let me just make sure he has Arbiter. I just want to make sure he's done with the missions. He is perfect, so we can go ahead and ascend her without worrying too much. So let's just go ahead. He's got plenty of potions here, so we're going to get her ascended. We are going to get her some levels. I don't need to level her all the way up to 60 quite yet, but I do need to get her leveled a little bit so we can use her. So she'll probably be coming into play today. And then So let's look at the Lua build though. She was in Relentless gear, which is interesting. So Relentless in speed. Total stats 30k HP, not bad. Low defense, mid-range attack. So it looks like he's kind of sacrificing a lot here for the Relentless gear. She is at 197 speed, which is nice. 100% crit rate, 169 crit damage is a little low. 208 accuracy, also slightly low. So I'm not sure I want to necessarily pull Cold Heart into all of her gear, but definitely this banner and this amulet are good. The ring is pretty decent as well. We would like to see some HP on there. She is in an HP percent chest with some good accuracy. So, I mean, maybe we'll probably pull this speed stuff over for her because it does seem pretty good. Probably won't be going Relentless for Cold Heart though. We'll have to find something else to work for her. And then our Sepulcher here, about 35k HP, 4400 defense, that's very nice. 180 speed's a little low for Ultra Nightmare. 129 resistance, okay. And 270 accuracy, very good. Check out Ult Gallic here, I assume he's on the Spider team as well. About 35k HP, 26. Yeah, these don't really matter for him because he's mostly about the HP burn. His speed's very low, accuracy very low too. Is he on the Spider team? Let's take a look here. Because with that kind of accuracy, I could see why it wouldn't be at 100% farm. He is not. Interesting. So we're probably going to rework this a little bit. I think we have a better build in here that would be 100%. So let's go ahead and take a look a little further down. We've got Tyrell here, who also comes into the Clan Boss sometimes. 34k HP, about 4k defense, not bad. 179 speed is a little low. 246 accuracy is good. Stag Knight coming into Spider for us. 48k HP about. 2500 defense, not bad. 239 speed, pretty good. We might actually want to bring that down a little bit potentially, depending on what we're going to do with him. And then 251 accuracy, very good. So the reason I might want to bring that down is I may decide I want him... Oh wait, we don't have a miscreated monster. So yeah, that's going to make Spider a little bit tougher. Obviously not everyone has one, that's just how it is. But we're going to have to get a little more creative. I see why he's bringing Bad Alcazar in there now. So we will see what we can do about that. Reliquary Tender, he has her built. It doesn't seem like he's really using her, so none of the gear is going to be that impressive. It's all level 8. She does have 170 speed, which isn't bad. So we may bring her into something. I doubt it though. He's already got all of the other level 20s on farm. Bellower, I assume, is his campaign farmer, and he's at about 34k HP, 2239 attack, 197 speed, so he's going for a double hit campaign farm, which is a little bit slower, but that's fine. It's very consistent. And then Frozen Banshee, he has her at 36.5k HP about, 2895 defense, which is a little low, 181 speed, a little low, and 221 accuracy is okay. Kale, again, not sure he's really using him anywhere. Yeah. The build, not that impressive. Elaine, probably the same. Apothecary, he is bringing into the Clan Boss. So let's see here. We have about 43k HP, 3755 defense, very good. 246 speed, pretty good. I would like to see it more like 260 for Ultra Nightmare, but that's fine. And that's just because it's Apothecary. And yeah, so the build looks pretty decent there. Are these defense gloves? They are. So he'll get a little more defense coming up there. We would like to see some more speed if we had a banner with some better speed rolls. We do not, so that's okay. He doesn't have Spider 20 on a consistent farm yet, so I can see why he doesn't have the best options of jewelry. He's not built, and our Armiger here, about 31k HP, 2700 defense, 207 speed, 110 crit rate, 143 crit damage, 238 accuracy. Definitely a pretty good build. I did find that we might... Okay, cool. So he got the crit rate out of the gloves, which is good. If we could have built it without that and gotten into like defense percent or crit damage gloves, that would be slightly better. We might find that we want to use... I don't know. We'll have to take a look. There's a lot we could do with Spider, so We will be trying out several things today here, probably, unless we find one that works really well immediately. So Zargala, also not fully built here. She does not have masteries, neither does Cold Heart. We do have some gems, so I'm going to go ahead and ask him if I can just use some gems to mastery the Cold Heart, and then we will get on to the builds. But first, let's take a look at his gear here. So the first test, obviously flat stats on these, nothing, so we're looking pretty good there. Now, let's go ahead. He doesn't have any bomb champions that he's using. Let me check in the vault. He does not appear to have any. So we're not really looking for attack percent gloves. This is an in-game account, so I'm going to be pretty picky as far as what we have. So attack percent, we've only got a few. These can definitely go. Lifesteal, they can definitely go. He's not going to be using these. These I will let stay because they're divine offense and have good speed. And these crit rate, accuracy, defense percent, I'll let those stay as well in case he does get a good bomb champion that he wants to work on. So those can go. Alright. So now I'm going to start the long process of going through these pieces one by one and deciding what can stay, what can go. I have a couple videos out on how I handle this process, so if you guys are interested, feel free to check those out. But I'm going to go ahead and cut here and come back in once I have gone through the gear. Alright guys, so I am at the end of the gear cleanse now. As you can see, we have 102 artifacts to sell, which is not bad at all. It was in pretty good shape here. So we're going to go ahead and do that, get about 3 million silver to help us out. So as you saw, we're at about 50 million silver now. That's a lot to work with, so we should be looking pretty good as far as re-gearing these champs go. So I think I'm going to start with the Clan Boss team, which I haven't fully decided who's coming in yet. I'm kind of leaning towards Razin and Beck for sure. Sepulcher I think is definitely going to come in there. And then we would be looking at Apothecary definitely. So that just kind of leaves the last spot open. I guess that would be Frozen Banshee because we do need a Poisoner. So that'd be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like to get our Arbiter in there actually, but I'm just not sure. Beck might come out. And then we could go Lifesteal, although he is nice to have in there. He does give us some more poisons as well as healing. And then our Sepulcher is going to be our attack down, obviously, poison, speed. So we're going to mess around with it a little bit, see what we can do. I'm going to get started on the builds right now, so I'm going to cut here, and I will come back in as soon as we are done. Alright, so we are done with the re-gearing. Let's go ahead and have a look here. So Apothecary is mostly the same here, but let's check out his stats. We're at about 43k HP, 3900 defense, so close to that 4k mark, 249 speed, which would be better at 260, but still not bad where it is. So Apothecary is looking pretty solid here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Frozen Banshee next. So Frozen Banshee, she is in an accuracy banner at the moment. We would like to get her into defense in the future, and you'll see why here. So we're at about 33k HP, 3222 defense. So if we could get like a 5 or 6 star defense banner on her, she'd be looking more like the 3600 range, which would be a lot better for Ultra Nightmare. But that being said, we're doing okay here. We are at 219 speed and 238 accuracy, so she's looking very good. Now let's look at our Sepulcher Sentinel. So Sepulcher here, we're at about 36k HP, 4327 defense, which is very nice, 219 speed, and 252 accuracy, looking very good there. She is in an accuracy banner as well, which is good. That way we can focus more on defense on her stuff. Her crit rate's not very high. We would, I mean, in an end game, like super end game build, we'd try and get her into crit rate. That being said, I think right now this is the better option for her. Now let's look at our Razin Scarhide. So Razin's at about 32k HP, 4k defense, which is pretty good, 213 speed, not bad, about 60% crit rate, so we are going to be getting some decent damage out of him, 90% crit damage, which isn't super high, but I did have to switch him to defense in order to get him to that 4k range on the amulet, and then 216 on his accuracy. Again, slightly lower than where we would want it to be, but not too bad. He's already glyphed up, so that's as high as we could get it with this gear. If we could bump his accuracy up by about 10, he'd be looking really good, but still not bad as he is. Now let's take a look at Beck here. He is the one that should make this all possible with his healing. So he's coming in here about 41k HP, 4100 defense, which is very good, and 242 speed. We want to get that healing around as much as possible. So he is almost as fast as our apothecary here. We need him to just be coming in, giving us heals, giving those poisons. And then finally we've got him at 274 accuracy. So we actually did manage to get him out of his accuracy banner, meaning that he could come into this defense here, and he's still rocking 274, so we're not worried about him getting resisted. So that is very good for us. Let's take a look at masteries here. So masteries, very good. He's coming down into War Master. He is grabbing us Lasting Gifts and Master Hexer, which is exactly what we want with him. Lore of Steel as well, very good. Life Drinker, I would have preferred single out, but that is okay. And the rest looks absolutely fine. We're getting plenty of turn meter boost there. As far as Rosin's masteries go, let's see. Yeah, not bad. I would prefer having Evil Eye over Cycle of Magic just for other content, but Cycle of Magic's just fine. Other than that, I really like it. Let's take a look at Sepulcher here. So Sepulcher, again, Evil Eye I'd prefer over Cycle of Magic, although I'm not sure if you use Sepulcher anywhere else, so Cycle of Magic might be the better option there. We're getting the accuracy. This or this would be good as well. Probably Rapid Response, I think, would be a little better than Life Drinker. But we're doing all right there. And then let's see on our Frozen Banshee, how are we looking? Very good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I would change here. Again, unless we wanted to use her in other content, I take Evil Eye, but Cycle of Magic's very good for her to get her poison sensitivity back as often as possible. And then our Apothecary here, perfect. He's coming into Giant Slayer. We got Lasting Gifts. That all looks good to me. Alright, cool. So, we've got the builds done. Let's go ahead and come in here into Ultra Nightmare. It is on a red affinity, which is really unfortunate for us. That's going to be really bad for our Frozen Banshee. I'm going to run this and we'll see how it goes. I wish it had gone something else for today so that we could get a proper test on it, but still worth checking out. I am after this also going to try switching out Frozen Banshee for Arbiter to get more speed and revives going and see if Beck can't handle the poisons. But let's go ahead and give this a try first. So let's come in here. This should be completely auto-friendly. Let's just go ahead and click it over. We got the poisons going. We did not get a weak hit, which is nice. We're going to get some poisons here. Unfortunately, Sepulcher does start with her block debuffs, so she will work a little bit better on manual. But since that is on a 4-turn cooldown, it's not something that you can keep up precisely for the stun anyways. But yeah, we're moving very quick here, looking pretty good. First stun comes out. It goes on Banshee because of the affinity, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, so see, we get the block debuffs right after that. So since it isn't like a speed tune team, obviously Beck's not going to be coming in and getting the cleanses at the correct time. And as you can see, our poison's just really not building up here because of the red affinity. Banshee's just not getting the chance to do it. She's getting stunned. She's getting weak hits. So I'm not going to expect this run to be quite what we could do on a Void or Magic or Spirit affinity, but I think it'll still be pretty solid. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and we will come back in towards the end to see how we do. Alright, so we're right at the end here. As you can see, we're coming up for about 9 million. I would expect that to be much higher on a normal affinity, but yeah, see, Frozen Banshee only getting 1.5 million here on her damage. I would expect her to be doing at least double what Bad Alcazar would be doing, so if she was coming in at, let's say, 7 million here, we would be looking a lot closer to that 2-key range. Unfortunately, it's just going to be impossible for me to test right now with her at her full potential. But let's go ahead. Like I said, I do want to try and get Arbiter in there in her place and just see kind of how it runs. So I'm going to go ahead and cut right here again. We're going to work on Arbiter's build a little bit and see how that goes. Alright, so we got Arbiter built up here. We did take a couple of pieces from Banshee, so we went ahead, we took her gloves, and we took her chest. So we are running at 273 here. As far as the defense goes, 3720 is pretty good. 33.6k HP, also pretty decent. She's not going to be landing her weekend or anything. We're not too worried about that. Unfortunately, her masteries are built for arena, which is totally understandable. So she won't be kicking out the kind of damage that we would expect her to. Not that she'd do that much anyways. But the main idea is we want her to be able to come in here and just kind of speed up everyone and make all of our stuff happen faster. Apothecary is going to be taking the stun this time, which is, again, unfortunate. We would hope for it to come in on our Sepulcher, obviously. And if we were playing this... Actually, you know what? Maybe we will play this one on auto, or on manual, rather. Because with this kind of speed, I feel like we might actually be able to just block the debuffs as they come through. That is if we can take 4 turns to the Clan Boss 3, so we'll just have to see. But let's go ahead and get into it here. So I'm going to take it off auto. So we're going to start with Arbiter. We're going to... let's see, I don't really want to start with her turn meter boost because everyone's so close to 100% anyways. Everyone's going to be going before the boss, so we're going to go ahead and turn meter boost with him, get our speed boost going. We will get poisons out there with Beck, and then we can go ahead and get our decreased attack rolling from the start, get our decreased defense and weaken going, take the first hit, and so now we can go ahead get our turn meter boost. Go A1 on Apothecary, A1 on Beck, A1 here, and then next turn we're going to block debuffs. A1 on Rosin, obviously, no Giant Slayer procs unfortunately. Get some more turn meter going. And we're just going to basically keep going through like this. Now we want to get the block debuffs on. So now when he comes through for the stun right here, we should be good. Oh, wait. We took so many turns, I totally messed it up. Dang. Okay, well, that is on me. I'll get it right going into the future rounds, but that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I'm going to play through all of this, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. Alright, so we're coming up towards the end of the run here. We're doing about 11 million, it looks like. I don't think we're going to... Actually, well, hang on. We might be able to get a little bit more out of this here. This is about to be a stun round, so let's go ahead and throw this up, get that block, get some poisons and healing going. Alright, so we can actually take this a little bit longer. Still not going to be quite in the 4-key territory, though, unfortunately. Arbiter, like I said, doesn't have any War Master, so that's holding us back a little bit, but honestly I think it's just not having a main poisoner. But we will see here. Like I said, unfortunately we just can't test everything out with Frozen Banshee at the moment since she just can't come into here. I think we're doing pretty well though. We're on the right track towards the team. It's going to take some more testing. He's going to go ahead and run it for me tomorrow as well, and we are going to just see how it runs once it's on a better affinity. There we go. So that was about 12 million. We are still short there. I think it is 17.5 for a 4-key. Let me see. 70 million, so yeah, 17.5 would be 4-key just about. So we've still got a little bit of work to do there. Let's go ahead and see if we can't check out the arena here. So I'm going to switch Arbiter's gear back. She was a little bit faster before. So give me a second. I'm going to cut here and then we will come in and check it out. Alright, so we're back in now. We have the Arbiter. Let me go ahead and show you her stats here real quick. We've got her running at about 290 speed now. Her defense is down. Her HP is up a little bit, I think. But that is because we have her in an HP percent chest and crit damage gauntlets now, neither of which are rolled up to 16, but they do have our best speed stats. So let's see, we don't really want Beck in our team here. So we're going to pull him out. And who should come in though? That is the question. Zargala would be good, but she is not ready yet. Padma or Lua would be good options as well. What does our Padma look like here? 175 speed, 3k defense, 203 accuracy, 91% crit rate. Not too bad. Let's take a look at Lua. So she is not looking too great there. Her speed's very low. Her crit damage is kind of high. Let's go ahead and give this a try. I might even just keep bringing Beck in just because he is built really well now. This team shouldn't be too tough though, so let's come in here, go ahead and get our turn meter boost, decrease defense. Oh, Rosin's actually faster than Saris now, so he's going to cut in, get us that. We're going to come through, get our decrease defense, decrease attack. That actually isn't bad, him going first, because that prevents cut-ins. So now Lua's just free to come in there and do what she needs to do without worrying about being outsped. So this could actually work pretty well. Obviously that was a pretty easy team. So let's see something a little tougher here. Maybe something more like this. So we've got Arbiter into Roshard, into Bloodgorged, into our Skull Crown here. No decreased defense, or no AoE decreased defense anyways. I'm not sure if Bloodgorge does one. And we do have a bunch of blockage here. Luckily Saris can clear that off if they do go first. So let's see, we're going to come in. We do go first. Hopefully our Rosin can go before them. He does. Now we're going to drop turn meter. We don't get it on the Arbiter, unfortunately, but that is okay because they are not going to be able to cut in front of us here. Now Lua's going to come in with her A2. Do that. We need to finish off the Arbiter here. Now we're looking pretty good. They're going to hit us a little bit, but that's fine. We're going to come and see if we can peel that off the Skull Crown. We don't. Try again. Still no. We can knock... Oh, we don't have accuracy, though. Alright, it does work. So we can go ahead and go A1 on him and then finish her off. So this is looking pretty good. Obviously, Lua's build could be a lot better, but as it stands, it is not too bad. She'll definitely be getting changed up once Coldheart comes into the mix for Spider. So that being said, actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the Spider team here. He doesn't want me to roll up his Coldheart as far as masteries go. I might level her a little bit though, just to kind of see what we have going on. But I guess with this team, what's happening is Beck is taking the Spiderling hits. Oh, that's why he was in Lifesteal. I see now. So, but he couldn't counter counterattack because he didn't have the masteries for it. So, I mean, let me look here and double check. Yeah, no, he didn't have counterattack masteries, so that wouldn't really matter per se. So if we could do something that would clear them a little bit faster, maybe Beck could survive easier. So what if we had, instead of these two, something along the lines of our Coldheart coming in? Let's go by rank here. So we would want, where is she? Coldheart, and we would want our Ultimate Gallic coming in. What's his build looking like? If I recall, he was pretty slow. He'd have 100% crit rate though because of Beck. So if we keep Beck in as the leader, we don't have to even get to 70% crit rate on our Coldheart because this increases ally crit rate in all battles by 25%. So what we could potentially do is build her to like 45% crit rate and then just come in here and max our crit damage and accuracy as best we can. So that is an option. I am going to go ahead and work on the Coldheart's gear here a little bit, and then I will come back in. Not sure we're going to be able to make it work because she's not leveled yet. She doesn't have any sort of masteries, but at least we can get her build going so that it can be perfected at a later date. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give Spider a shot here. Let's come into 20. And we will check this out. We're going to take you out. We're going to take you out. We are going to bring Coldheart in. I've leveled her up a little bit, not too much. Didn't want to waste a bunch of resources. And let's bring in our Ultimate Gallic as well. So let's go over the builds real quick actually before I do this, because I did fix them up. So our Coldheart here, she does not have any masteries. That's Lua, sorry. She does not have any masteries, so these stats will come up a bit, but she is at about 31 5k HP, 2100 attack, 1100 defense, which is really low, 183 speed, 48% crit rate, and that is just because Bad L is coming in as our lead, so we don't need to get it that high. We would only need a 70% to begin with, and then we can take 25% off of that, which would give us 45, so 48 should be good for us. And then 223% crit damage. Once we get Flawless Execution, that'll be more like 243. And finally, 224 accuracy to land that turn meter drop. And then let's take a look at Ultimate Gallic here. So Ultimate Gallic, we've got him at about 33k HP. These don't really matter for him because we're just worried about the HP burn. 168 speed. He needs to be a little bit slow just to make sure that he is not overlapping our Arbiter so that the attack up goes at the right time. 85% crit rate, 120 crit damage. The crit rate is important because he can drop turn meter a little bit more with it. And 244 AC in order for us to land these. I'm just realizing now that this is not booked, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But we will go ahead and take a look here and just see how it works. So this is what he's running. He says about a 70-75% accuracy as far as whether or not it gets done. Let's give this a try. It should be faster. Hopefully it'll work. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and try his thing again, but we will put Lua out of it and Cold Heart into her place. But let's see. So we're going to come in here. We're just going to throw it on auto. And because obviously we want to be running this on auto, so we're going to get the increased attack up. We're going to come in and get our poisons from Bad L, decrease defense across the board. Unfortunately, Cold Heart doesn't start with her Heart Seeker. That would be optimal. But we are doing okay here so far. Bad L is taking that. We got the slow on the Spider. Should get the turn meter reduction here off of Cold Heart. There we go. So we're just chunking down the Spider now. Bad L's doing okay so far. Once he comes back around, he'll get a little bit of a heal, and hopefully he'll cleanse himself. He does, but he's looking like he's probably going to go down pretty quick here. Luckily, the Spiderlings are not coming on too strong yet. Hopefully he can come in and cut in before they get to take him out and get some heals off. There we go. So he's going to go A1, get a little bit of HP back there. And then I don't know if our Cold Heart's going to be able to come back around with her Heart Seeker before we get the feeding, but we can hope. We'd be looking really good if Gallic was booked, because then we would be getting his HP burn back around faster. But no, we do not manage to take out the Spider before her feeding. We still got one turn left on Heart Seeker. I should actually see if Cold Heart is booked. I hadn't really checked that yet. I just kind of assumed. Alright, so let's see here. She's going to come in now. Yeah, I don't think she is. Otherwise, she would have gotten a Heart Seeker off right there. Get a little bit of healing back on our Bad L. So we're going to go ahead after this. If it doesn't succeed, we're going to go ahead and see if Cold Heart is booked or not. Get her into a proper place. And then I think we'll be looking better. Our Beck has gone down, so that's going to be the end of the run there. We'll go ahead and check it out, though. Let's see. Cold Heart. Are you booked? You are not. Alright, so we're just going for the Heart Seeker here. So that takes 4 books. We've got plenty. We only landed 1 on Heart Seeker. So 3 now. Let's see if we can get it. We do not. Go another 3. There we go. Alright, so we got the Heart Seeker. It is now down to a 4-turn cooldown. Let's give that another whirl. I'm not sure it's going to make the difference that we need since Ult Gallic isn't booked. I think if he was, though, this would be pretty close to 100% team, if not 100%. So let's see here. Come in. Obviously, it's going to be pretty much the same as last time, but Cold Heart will be getting her Heart Seeker back a turn earlier. She didn't quite get to a point where she could use it before the feeding. If she had, we'd be looking, I think, a lot better there. We don't really have any CC on this team either, which is unfortunate. Miscreated Monster would just make this absolutely 100% no issues. But we're doing pretty good here so far. We've got poisons going off. We've got the Heart Seeker. And obviously Beck is pretty good at tanking these up. If his resistance was higher, he'd be looking really good, not taking on as many poisons. He's really good at healing himself up as well. So as you can see, we've chunked it down pretty far here. But if it's like last time, we won't get the Heartseeker off before the feeding, which will be a potential end for us. I wonder if it's just a matter of Cold Heart speed, like if we got her a little bit faster, if it would be. But there are a lot of factors that go into that. It's not just the champion's HP itself that matters when it comes to calculating that. So Beck heals himself back up a little bit. Can Cold Heart get back around in time? Doesn't look like it. Nope, she does not. I think Beck might die here, although the healing might save him. Not sure. He does live, so that's good. We should get the Heartseeker back around this turn, I believe. There it goes. If Ultimate Gallic can get his HP burn out on time, then we'll be looking good, I think. Come on, Beck. Just do your thing. We've got a bunch of poisons up too, so that's going to help us. Does he get it back this turn? He does. Alright, so I think that's going to be a win right there. So I think this is looking like a pretty good team for us. I'm not sure if it's 100%, but it certainly seems close. So I'm going to go ahead and run this one more time, and we will just make sure that it wins. If it does, then we are looking quite good there. So let's go. It's all about consistency, you know. It is a pretty good time too. Less than 2 minutes is always nice. But this also has a lot of room to improve, obviously. If Ultimate Gallic could get his HP burn back a turn earlier, that would be looking really good for us. We would basically be assured at that point. I mean, a lot of runs seem like 100% and then something happens and changes it, so you never know for sure. Like, I've had runs where I suddenly lose and, like, I completely thought my team was 100% and then just out of nowhere it happens. So I don't know if every team ever gets to a full... Well, actually, no. Some teams definitely get to a full 100% accuracy, like Chosen's team, where he uses the 2 Septimus, 2 Royal Guards, and a Ghostborn. Like, that one's just never going to fail. But it's very difficult to get to a level like that, obviously. So Beck is still looking pretty good here. And we're at the 1 minute mark. Spider's about to get its feeding. Beck is still looking good. He just got his A1 off and healed himself up. Hopefully Spider doesn't do too much to him here, although he may be able to cleanse himself. He does. Ooh, he's looking bad though. Yeah, so this definitely is not a 100% run at the moment. Our Cold Heart's looking dangerous as well. They're going to be coming on her for sure as soon as they get around again. She goes her Heartseeker. Ult Gallic should be getting his HP burn back next turn. So they're going to be going on her though. Yeah, okay, so there we go. I still think this is a win from what I'm seeing. Our Arbiter should be able to take these. She doesn't have War Master, so she's not going to be contributing to the damage. There she goes, but that's going to be a win. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with this team. I think it has a lot of room for improvement. Cold Heart will get up to level 60. If she could get a little bit more speed, I think she could potentially come in with her second Heartseeker before we get the feeding. And if she did that, that'd be absolutely perfect. Ultimate Gallic also could be booked, which would make it a lot more consistent. So I am pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and check out the Lua. So as you know, we did a little bit of regearing on the Cold Heart. We took her accuracy banner away. She is only, she's at 184 speed, so not bad, but with that low of attack, she's just not going to be a great clearer in the arena. So we're going to go ahead and work on that a little bit. I'm also going to check Madame Ceres here because I think we could do a little better. One thing I'm worried about, I don't think we have a whole lot of accuracy chests, which Madame Ceres does like. We've got this one in Lifesteal and this one in Divine Crit Rate. I think this one looks a little bit better because it does have some speed on it. So we'll go ahead and see if we can get her looking a little bit better. I would optimally like to have her somewhere around the 400 accuracy range at this point. She is in a 6-star Act banner, so that's very good. So we will be taking her out of an accuracy set for that though. Is it worth it? We'll see. I'll mess around with her, I'll mess around with Lua, and then we will come back in after and see how the builds turn out. Alright, so we got those builds done. Madam Saris, I think, is looking a little bit better here. She is at 43.6k HP, 2294 defense, 202 speed, and then 317 accuracy. So what we've done here, we got her out of her accuracy set into all speed sets, got her into an accuracy chest here that was on one of his other champions he's not currently using. And then we got her into these HP percent gloves that had some accuracy on them. And finally we went ahead, we didn't actually mess with this, I forgot, we rolled up a different one, but it didn't get the accuracy level, so we left this as it is for the time being. She could definitely be better if we could get her into like some 6-star speed boots, but those are all used up at the moment. So that is where she is going to stay. Obviously the gear isn't fully rolled up, so she's going to be getting some more defense, some more HP, some more defense down here as well. And then if he rolled this up, it'd give attack. I wouldn't suggest it. Wait until you get a defense or HP one that could do better. And then once this is rolled up, it's currently at 50, but it will roll up to 78. So that'll be another 28 accuracy on here as well. So she'll be looking right around the 350 range almost, with room to improve. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at our Lua. So let's see, where is she? Right here. So Lua, again, the gear's not fully rolled up, so this isn't the full show of what she's going to be able to do. But right now she's at 26.7k HP, which doesn't matter too much. She's just coming into arena as a nuker. 3500 attack, which will come up when her chest gets rolled up. 162 speed. Now that is pretty slow, but we do have Rosin coming in. So the idea is that he will go ahead and drop the turn meter, and then she can come in and do her nukes. 100% crit rate, 183 crit damage. And she is currently in War Master, so if he's going to switch her over to all arena at some point, she could either take Helm Smasher to do a ton of damage, or she could come into Flawless Execution to get over that 200% crit damage range. That crit damage will also come up as well, because right now it's at 52, it's going to come up to 80, that's another 28, so she actually will be over 200% once everything's fully rolled. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back into the arena here, and we will just see how it goes. Anything tough to fight here? Not particularly. Let's go ahead and give this one a shot though. We do have one Spirit Affinity, so Rosin may not be able to knock down her turn meter. Although, to be fair, with her passive, she may cut in before us anyways. That would actually be good if she could cut in right before Saris. So we come in, obviously we're faster, we're going to go ahead and do that. She does not, so we are going to come in and drop turn meter now. We did get it on the Valkyrie, which is nice. Go ahead, get that decreased defense, decreased attack across the board. Then absolutely nuke them. Skull Crown's obviously still standing because of her passive. We're going to knock that down though, and then come in with the AoE to finish him off. Don't quite finish the Valkyrie, unfortunately, but at this point it's just a waiting game. We can throw it on auto, and we will get him taken care of. There you go, 30k on an A1 after shield, so not bad. Lua's looking pretty solid here. Let's go ahead. Let's see, something like this is going to be tough to face. Pretty much Torments are always pretty tough to face. Let's go against it though. We'll come in here and we will be faster, hopefully. Yeah, we are quite a bit faster. So we are going to come in and just try and drop turn meter on Lily 2 a little bit. We do. Going to go ahead and drop all their turn meters. Going to get our decreased defense across the board and then go for nukes. We get Turvold down. Lily 2 is still standing strong. So we're going to go on her some more. See if we can get... We actually already have a weaken up on her from Arbiter, so we'll do that. Unfortunately, she cuts in right there. We're going to go ahead and try and steal some buffs. And then what do we want to do here? Knock down some buff timers. We did not get provoked thanks to Madam Saris. Now we're going to go A3 here and finish her off. It may have been smarter to actually lead with that now that I think about it. Just like take her out from the beginning. But that is something to consider for the future. And then we just have to take out the Tormund. So he's not usually much of a threat. You just kind of have to work your way through him. We have block debuffs on our Saris and on our Lua here, so we're not worried about them getting frozen yet, and that should do it. Cool, so this arena team is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and refresh here, see if there's something a little tougher to fight. So like this looks pretty tough. We will probably lose the speed battle here. So I mean that's one thing with all teams, you know, losing the speed battle can mean death. But let's just give it a try, see how it goes. We actually don't have any tokens. I don't want to waste his refill, so we will just actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. We'll grab it. He's got 2 in here, and we are just going to come in here and fight these guys. Yeah, they're a very tough team, 193, so I expect they'll go before us. They do not, so we're going to get in here. Drop turn meter if we can. 3 of them are green, so that's not good, but we get it all. Come in, get that decreased defense across the board, and boom, that'll do it. Alright, so not looking too bad at all. Our Arbiter is quite fast, so that's going to help us out a lot in battles like that. Also, the nice thing about Lua is she's good against Rotos, so you come in against a team like this that looks pretty tough. You know, you got a Trunda, you got a Rotos, but they don't have the speed. So we're just going to come in, drop their turn meters, get that decreased defense, and then Lua says goodbye, everybody. Beautiful. Alright, so that's going to be it for the arena team. So we've gone ahead, we've done Clan Boss, which we're still waiting on results on. Not sure exactly how it's going to turn out fully, but we have done the Spider Dungeon as well, which I think is really good as it stands, but is going to get better with time. It's definitely going to be a 100% run once he can get Old Gallic booked, and if he can get Cold Heart running a little bit faster, I think that'll help as well. So that is going to be it for Doxster today. Alright, so I just wanted to cut in here real quick. This is from the future of this recording, so we've already gotten to test out the Clan Boss team as well as the Spider team with Ultimate Gallic booked. And so as far as the Clan Boss goes, unfortunately, he's still doing around the same damage. The runs I saw, he was doing about 23 million on Nightmare and about 12 to 13 million on Ultra Nightmare, which, like I said, is pretty close to what he was doing before. So we've talked a little bit more about stuff to try, and it's going to be an ongoing thing as far as trying to get him up to that 4-key range. But we did learn a lot from this, so hopefully that can be helpful for him in the future. As far as the Spider 20 runs go, we did definitely get that going well. He's at about a minute 30 farm on that now. It seems to be 100% run, so very happy about that. So I just wanted to give you guys some closure as far as how everything turned out, and on to the end of the video. Thanks for letting me come into your account. It was a blast playing around with your champions. If you are interested in getting an account takeover like this done for yourself, then just hit me up on Discord. There's a link in the description down below. Basically, the only requirements are you need to have at least 10 million silver to work with. The more you have, the better. As you can see, I used quite a bit here today, but I work with what I've got. So as long as you've got over 10 million, I can make something happen. And I need a list of objectives. So like he told me today, you know, he wanted to work on Clan Boss. He's looking to try and get to a 4-key on Ultra Nightmare. He wanted to work on his arena team. And then if we could do something on Spider, that would be good as well. And so we've gone ahead, done all of that. So yeah, like I said, if you're interested, hit me up on Discord, link in the description. Make sure to leave a comment or a message in Discord. If you have anything you'd like to talk about, I'm always happy to give advice. And thanks for watching, guys.